Powell. Today's Sunday, October 19th, 2025, and today's reading is number 7, Job 33, and Luke 20. And today's reading is fantastic. And what I want you to see is actually something in Luke 20 that's wonderfully encouraging, and also, a little nerve-wracking. You'll see why. So what happens is that Jesus is telling this parable, which is like a story to illustrate a point. And it's called the parable of the wicked tenants. So what happens is there's this dude, and he plants this big vineyard. And then he hires these guys who are tenants, who are going to live on the property, and they're going to, manage the vineyard, right? Okay, so then after he hires these tenants, this guy goes away and he lives somewhere else. And what happens is he then sends some of his servants to go and to check on the vineyard. And one by one, he sends these servants, and the tenants beat his servants, and they cast him out. So this happens 3 different times. And then the owner said, this is verse 13 of Luke 20, "What shall I do? I will send my beloved son. Perhaps they will respect him." So he does. He sends his beloved son, hoping that maybe these tenants will respect this guy, his son, because he's the heir. But when the tenants saw him, they said, verse 14, "This is the heir. Let us kill him so that the inheritance may be ours." And they do. They kill him. And so Jesus asked the question, well, what on earth is the owner going to do with these tenants? And he answers them in 16, and he says, he will come and destroy those tenants and give the vineyard to others. What's happening here is that Jesus is talking about his own death. He's talking about God, who created the world, who owns the world, who gave it to us to manage, and we stewarded it poorly. Mankind stewarded it poorly. And all of the prophets were beaten, and many of them killed. And eventually God sends his own beloved son, Jesus Christ, to come and to live on this earth. And what happened? Well, mankind killed him. They killed the heir. And so Jesus is saying that God will come and destroy those tenants, which is, everyone who's not in Christ. And they'll give it to others who are in Christ. Here's the point today. This is longer than the video is supposed to be, but it's fine. I'll do better next time. Here's the point. If you're in Christ, good. Rejoice in the fact that God will give us a great inheritance. If you're not in Christ, or if you have friends who are not in Christ, go to them with the truth of this parable, the truth of the gospel, that they must turn and worship the holy God, for all that we have is actually his, and he will soon return, and he will reward those who have stewarded it well and destroy those who have not.